Hello, Libras. It's Heather here. I hope you guys are doing fantastic on this Monday. One little update. Today is going to be obviously your upload day, but from now on, whether it is a soul connection spread, which is what this is going to be, or a overall general spread or a mid-month update, your day is going to be Mondays. Those are the days that your sun's going to be uploaded. It's just a little bit easier to do it that way than trying to cram all 12 within 2 days because my energy, I'm just spent, whether I'm doing it all in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it's better to just pace it out a little bit. So I think other than that, the podcast is up and running. There are a couple episodes on there, so feel free to check out the link below. And with that, we're just going to go ahead and get in and do the mid-month soul connection spread. If you are new here, welcome. What we usually do with the soul connections is pretty simple. We grab the energy of the person you're connecting with. We grab the energy of you, Libra. And then in the center, we let the cards fall where they may. We see what story they're trying to tell us, where the energies are aligning. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Libra. And if you're cross-watching, welcome. You could definitely be resonating with the Libra energy that's coming through, the Libra side of things. Things can go vice versa. Cards are fluid. As always, take it as it resonates, leave what doesn't. Please don't try to force things or make them fit. There are a ton of amazing readers out there, so feel free to click on one of the links or videos down below. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the energy of the person you're connecting with here, Libra. You do have someone that has been going through a lot, I feel. Okay, so first card out of the deck, Three of Swords. This is someone that's definitely going through, whether it's rough times emotionally. Really, it could go so many ways with it, Three of Swords, but the Three of Swords to me doesn't have to just be a relationship. And by the way, these cards, they could also be for, just throwing this out there, it doesn't have to just be relationships. This is someone that you have a soul deep connection to. So it could be friends, it could be family, it could be coworkers even. Someone that you have a very soul deep, strong connection to. It's going to make sense for you. So the Three of Swords is it's a knife in the heart. It's a wound. It's something that causes soul deep pain, inner turmoil. It really causes you to shift your feelings and perspective when it comes to your life. It can be a dark night of the soul kind of energy coming on if this isn't just particularly over a relationship. It can be over the loss of something or someone. It is also, again, dark night of the soul, someone that's going in, that's searching, that's feeling all of these things and purging things out for a reason. We have the King of Swords on the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this person, whoever this is, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy with the swords, but this person is really trying to find the power to stay strong. I feel like they have overcame a lot of obstacles, especially emotionally, but more so mentally too. I feel like that mentally they've been in their head over this situation for a while. This Three of Swords is replaying and replaying and replaying this heartbreak over and over again, really, burdening them and holding them back and making them feel like they can't move forward any longer. And I feel like because of that, they're being forced to really go within and find the inner strength, the truth, the purpose, to really stand up for themselves, but also to stand up for what they want, realizing what they want. Maybe for a lot of them, it's taken a lot of heartbreak and trials and tribulations in order to finally realize not only their self-worth, but what they really want in this life. This card always gets me because he's sitting there holding two swords. He has the power to make the choice. He has the power to make the decision all along. It's just getting to the period where you finally, reach your wit's end. And you're ready to make a decision, to make movements discerningly for yourself. We have Main of Swords, we have Eight of Wands, and we have the Magician. Okay, so whatever they are really feeling and dealing with right now, it's going to come to a point of close. You have this Maiden of Swords, which is equivalent to the Page of Swords in General Tarot. This can be communication. It can also be really seeking and looking and finding out truth when it comes to a situation. Maybe some truth that they either received or noticed on, it could be through social media, or it could be, truth that came down through the line, whether it was a friend or a family member or someone that noticed or saw something. it really forced them to step up into this power and make this choice, this decision. And I don't feel like it's been taken lightly. I feel like the cycle that they've been in, or the relationship, or the situation, or the continuation that they've been going through, whether it is, again, a relationship or mindset or a friendship or family, it's been weighing heavy on them. It's beaten them to the ground almost. Like it's literally beaten them down. But movement and change is coming, and I feel like it's because they finally made the decision to make a change. You had this Magician and this Eight of Wands. This Eight of Wands is always about rapid, fast-paced movement. So whatever that 8 touches, it adds like an instantaneous, just like we have to go. It's now or never. Now is the time. It's the universe's way of coming in. Maybe, again, messages. They keep getting messages. So maybe they saw something or noticed something that really forced them to experience this pain, or they found some truth and clarity that really brought them out of this pain, whatever situation they were hung up or stuck in for so long. They finally seen the light. And that Magician, I feel like it's something that they've manifested or someone around them has manifested. You know, it could be issues of karma. They could have been in a karmic situation for some of them, because this feels very much brought to light. Something's been brought to light, and it was for a purpose. It was for a greater purpose for them. And that Magician card is about manifestation. It is calling in things to yourself. So if you are in a situation where you're so beaten down and burdened and just on your knees at some point praying, I keep seeing someone on their knees just asking why, I need to know. This is someone that is calling in the answers that they needed. For some of them, it could be enlightenment. You know, if this is a dark night of the soul, maybe the heartbreak and all of this that they've been feeling, it's because their soul has been really opening up and they've had an awakening that has really pushed them forward into this energy. And now they're getting into a period where they're manifesting truth, they're manifesting light, they are working with the universe versus against it. And sometimes that Nine of Wands can be that as well for me. Because I feel like sometimes Nine of Wands is doing things the way we've always done them just because that's the way it's been done. And then the universe comes in, it's like, why are you battling me on this? Just release it, 10 of Wands it, let's move forward and let's get away from this. Like, let's be a little bit more enlightened. Let's find some truth, some clarity. I feel like they definitely have. Okay, so what can we grab for Libra? We have Eight of Pentacles. Oh wow, that was my card of the day on my Instagram. I love that. We have the Fool. So working towards new beginnings, taking leaps of faith, taking chances, movement forward, a new cycle in your life as well. Sorry guys, this is a problem when you have big boobs. Five of Wands, battling internally. Some of you could be really scared of the next steps that need to be taken. It's like you're called to do something. You could be called to put in work on a project. I mean, it could be career, it could be a relationship. Because the Eight of Pentacles to me is all about where you're placing your energy. It's being willing to put the work into something. Pentacles are not just about money. It can be money. This could be putting your money where your mouth is, starting maybe a business or a project and finally like financially pouring into it. It could also be pouring energy into something that really inspires and sparks happiness and joy and that feeling inside of you, the Fool. Like you're ready for this. You're ready to move forward into this. Five of Wands with the Empress. So it's like it's very Libra to me because it's a balancing almost. Because on one hand, I feel like a lot of you are ready. You're ready to pour into this. You get excited, you get that feeling, you get this energy, this high that you're on. You're super excited. You're ready to just jump in head first. And then on the other hand, you get in your head. You get in your head and you're fighting yourself. Can I really do this? Can I make this work? Is this going to be worth anything? Is this going to bring anything into my life? Financially, spiritually, emotionally, is it going to fulfill me? And I feel like you are battling because you want to create something. Whatever it is you're creating, something, it's going to be something beautiful. It's going to be something that has a lot of potential, a lot of growth. This Empress card is all about growth. This is your card of Taurus and Libra. That Empress is begging for you to take a chance on something and really pour your heart into it. But some of you are definitely in your head, or at least energetically, like, okay, you have this I don't want to say hold, but this energetic, oh gosh, how am I going to put this? An energetic block where you are just internally battling. And so because of that, it's like stopping you. You're at a standstill with actually jumping in and taking the leap, moving forward, because a part of you is hesitant. Knight of Pentacles, but you're willing to put in the work. Knight of Pentacles is all about laying that groundwork brick by brick. So my advice would just be, if you are leaping into something and pouring into something, take it day by day. Don't take on too much at once. Don't try to go from, the Knight to the King of Pentacles. Take your time. I'm sorry, I'm starting to channel really heavily. Take your time. I feel like that's what's going to alleviate the anxiety for a lot of you. It's going to be taking your time, taking it step by step, moment by moment, day by day. You don't have to do it all at once. You can take your time. Especially with that Empress card there, that is about really letting things grow, allowing things to come to fruition, taking your time, diligently planting those seeds. So what else can we get for Libra? We have the Emperor. I feel like this is you guys taking charge. You're transforming, and you're going to take more charge when it comes to this. Whatever this is, if this is a relationship, this is something that you really want to work on, that you really want to pour your soul into. This is something that means a lot, brings a lot of fulfillment, a lot of potential. It also brings transformation. It forces you to step up. Maybe for some of you, it comes to, balancing out your yin and yang almost. Maybe for some of you, you naturally have a more feminine energy, and this is begging you and asking you to step up and take on a more masculine approach, to take more charge, to set the timelines, to do the diligent work, to work day by day. But keeping in mind that you can still embody that Empress energy, which is flowing, which is allowing the seeds to, be planted and fulfill the way that they should, versus trying to force your hand at everything and ending up with your hands full of a little bit of nothing because it's all dead, You want things to have the time and the potential to grow. Two of Swords, making choices. I feel like this is you guys transforming and making the choice to do so. You're making the choice to embody this more masculine approach versus just allowing things in your life to happen. I feel like you're going to take charge more and more when it comes to your energy, where you're applying yourself, where you're pouring your soul into. And I do feel like you're going to overcome that Five of Wands because you're going to take it day by day, step by step. That's causing intense transformation. Okay, so cards on the table. We have Pentacles for you, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Empress, Taurus, Libra. The Fool is that Aryan energy, Aries. Five of Wands, again, Aries, Leo, Sag, more Pentacles. Emperor's Aries. I do also see it as a Cap card. That's just me. It's Cardinal Earth. It's very deeply rooted. It's the CEO, the boss man, the hardworking. That's Cat vibe all the way to me. Death card, Scorpio, and then the Swords, Aries, Libra, and Aquarius. Sorry, not Aries. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, so Aries, for some of you could definitely be dealing with an Aries because it's coming on strong. Aries, Aries, Aries. Okay. All right, so what can we get in the center of this reading for Libra? What can we get for Libra and the person they are connecting with? King of Cups. Very, very emotional. Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is the only cup that I'm seeing here, and it's funny because it's in between the two of you. It's like they're working through some heavy shit, and you are trying to work on your power and your empowerment and balancing out yourself. And this King of Cups comes in. This is shared between the two of you, so there's a lot of emotion here. A lot of it's underneath the surface. It's very deep. It's very intense, but it is underneath the surface. It's not, possibly not well spoken between the two of you, communicated. It's very much underneath. I keep getting that. Underneath the surface. There's a lot more than meets the eye when it comes to this connection. We have Maiden of Pentacles, wanting to make an offer, wanting communication. Maiden of Pentacles. That's that Page of Pentacles card. That's all about, again, wanting offers to come in, communication to come in, something that is an opportunity to take the next steps to build. Six of Wands, wanting victory here, wanting recognition, appreciation. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. Definitely some kind of connection, some kind of tie that's, again, I keep getting More than meets the eye, deeply rooted, intense. This feels intense. Ace of Swords, clarity and truth. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, independent, knowing you have everything you need in order to fulfill yourself. And then the Ace of Swords coming in. So I feel like there's some kind of truth that's coming in as far as the fulfillment and the potential here. You could be receiving some kind of clarity in a situation that really makes you, you know, this is shared energy between the two of you. So I feel like both of you, I mean, I don't like to be negative here, guys, but it's fine. It's whatever, because I'm just going to say what I feel. I feel like some of you are both battling for your independence right now, and that's maybe why you're not in communication, because you're trying to be independent on your own. They're trying to be independent on their own, and you're not trying to communicate what you're feeling here. You're just trying to be self-sufficient, and part of that is beautiful, but part of it also means letting down the guards and the barriers in order to let communication and people come in order to really, I mean, communicate what you feel. Because at the end of the day, you can be Nine of Pentacles. You can be Nine of Pentacles. You can be independent. You can be self-sufficient. But by the same token, you can also be in a Two of Cups connection with someone, because it's about mirroring to each other. It's about giving from the overflow. So you're going to stay sufficient. You're going to stay fulfilled on your own, but you are allowed to give to someone else, and they are allowed to give to you. That's the beauty in the connection, in the relationship. And I feel like some people here specifically are really focused on their money or their independence, or, you know, asserting themselves, and I don't need him, and I don't need her, and I don't need this, and I don't need that. And it's like, that's a bit of ego talking, because you're right, you don't need someone to fulfill you. But if you have that kind of connection with someone, the independent part of it, you come together, you know, two wholes make up, what is it I always say? Two squares make a triangle. That's it. You are a square. You are a perfectly formed being. They are perfectly formed. You have yin and yang. They have yin and yang. You balance. You mirror. But you come together to make this beautiful thing, this beautiful unit that alone you wouldn't create, but together you do. Ace of Swords, clarity, truth coming in. I feel like it's about this emotion, this connection, this communication, this truth. Someone needs to speak up. I keep getting throat chakra, like my throat's kind of scratchy, so someone needs to speak up here about wanting an opportunity or wanting a chance, because there is potential and victory here, and this is between the two of you, so you're both wanting to communicate. Again, I keep getting the independent thing, that you just like, you're like, I don't need him, I don't need her. Again, you don't need them, but having that kind of connection with someone is a beautiful thing. It's truly beautiful. Not everyone gets it. Six of Pentacles. Wanting give and take. Wanting mutual reciprocity. Wanting to put the work in and have the work put into you. Again, let's see. Give me like one or two more cards, please, Spirit. Four of Wands. Yep. I love that I was just talking about squares and rectangles, and it's fours. Four of Wands. Commitment. Celebration. This is a connection where you can be free and whole and completely yourself within the stability of the connection. This is a connection where you can be exactly who you are. You can be independent. You can be creative. You can be whoever you want to be, whoever you are on the inside. This is like being in tune with your soul and embodying it completely, and having a connection with someone that's so deeply rooted and so spiritual and so grounded that they love you for it, that they embrace that. They almost push you to embrace yourself more, and your potential and your dreams and your goals and your hopes. That's the beauty here. I will say some of this could be twin flame connection, just because of the cards that we have on the table and the fact that we have so many cards about mutual give and take and balancing. And you have the transformation, you have the Emperor, you have the Empress, you got the Three of Swords here, you got the Magician here, ability to call things in. You had the Two of Cups. You got the two sixes here. You got Four of Wands. This could definitely be a twin flame or a deep soul tie. Now, all right, we're going to grab, actually I'm going to grab my Animal Spirit deck. We're going to see what energies are going on between the two of you. The Cobra, yeah. Okay. And the Rat. Okay, so this is the one about not necessarily being on the defense, but ready to run at the drop of a hat. because you're terrified. And this kind of connection, I could see where maybe one or both of you at some point were triggered and slightly terrified of it because you wanted to run. Whether it was you or the other person, someone here wanted to run. But you have the Cobra card here, which is about connecting with your spirit guides. This is literally letting them pour into you the wisdom. So this is about awakening. This is about truth coming in. This is seeing the light, knowing that they are communicating with you and feeling it. Now we're going to grab an oracle card. One more shuffle. Anything else for Libra and the person they're connecting with? This one wanted to come out. Transition. So it is a point between the two of you, transformation of transition. We have final step. I feel like this, above all, is talking about opening up, realizing again that your independence does not have to be taken away just because you're in a connection with someone. Taking those steps to communicate, to speak truthfully, to finally reveal, what you're feeling. Because at the end of the day, if you're feeling love like that, if you're feeling that kind of connection with someone, speaking up is a huge part of this, huge part of it. That's gonna, I feel like, transform, make the whole difference. This final step, making the choice, whether it's you or the other person, to communicate, and you're gonna know. You're gonna know if you are called to communicate with someone, and it's not just out of desperation or neediness or nostalgia or missing. If you genuinely feel like, you know what, you just keep getting it. You keep getting it. Okay, I need to reach out. I need to reach out. But if you're reaching out and knowing, let's say you get a rejection or you get, silence or ghosted or whatever they say. Let's just say that happens. If you're at a period and you're reaching out and that would destroy you or break you down, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You reach out and reconnect when you're at a point where you are so secure and happy within yourself that if they don't, you're like, okay, I did my part. I took the steps I needed to take. I did this. I took this action. Now it's up to them to reciprocate. And if they don't, that's fine. That's their journey. That's what they're doing right now. And you can move forward from it. When you do these things with intention, always do it with the best intention from your soul, which means looking out for yourself. And Libras, you guys give so much that I want you to look out for yourself, okay? All right, that's going to be it for your connection spread. I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you guys next week for your September overall generals. Love and light.